The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And we are underway from Miami. Tannehill on first down. On the left side, this is Stills. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now it's Tannehill. It's complete. Stills. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that route. Room here to run. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 64 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Sanders now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man is Matt Breida. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. Play action, Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Flush to his right. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And out come the Dolphins now. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they scored a touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gould with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, 20.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Tannehill. He's going to let it go again. And this is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for Miami. 58 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. That's complete right around the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A Dolphin first down as Tannehill is on target to the former Patriot Danny Amendola. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. On the handoff, it's gone. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to pick up the first with Gore. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here we go on 4th. Tannehill under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And his 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They run with Breida. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go. 21.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard game?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Deep. Play. Go. Deep. Tiger. Deep.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And he's got some space here. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Want to make a quick pivot here for a second to get your MVP predictions going into week 1 of this season. Do you have Rodgers, Brady, Wentz, Brees, or is it somebody kind of off the radar a little bit?
Yeah, maybe a Russell Wilson because the offense runs through him now in Seattle, and quarterbacks always get the first look. But I'm going with the running back, Todd Gurley, Los Angeles Rams. I think he's a threat for 1,000 yards on the ground and 1,000 yards through.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 20. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types. is they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
On first down, Drake, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
There you go. Deep.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on third and long? Here's Garoppolo to throw, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8, and it'll be Dolphin football. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. On first down, Tannehill. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.